Yep, it is. Okay. Alright. Gonna be a busy few days now, but Safari Week has begun. 20th to the 29th. And I did have 7 devices, but then my DSI decided it didn't want to work anymore. It worked when I was doing the testing, and then all of a sudden it doesn't want to read any games. So I feel like it's just offed itself. But I still have 6 devices, so that should be good enough. So as I posted in the tweet, I've got a Game Boy, a Game Boy Advance, an Advance SP, a DS, DS Lite, 3DS, and the Switch. And up here with all the box art shifting about, it's showing all the different games I actually have. And why is that all the way up there? Okay. So I can only stream Shining Pearl because I don't have any way to actually capture the screens or audios of my older devices. But I will try and get everything as involved as I possibly can. This one here. My desk is littered with DSs. Right, so yeah, when I go up. Hello? Yeah, there we go. So when I go up or down, it will always go in increments of 6. Right, I'll get all my devices ready and then I guess we'll start hunting. Okay. Yes, light. Turn down the volume. Okay. Preferably I'd like to have a camera, but it's too much of a risk to just show my face. So I'll just take a picture when I get an encounter. Okay, fire red, leaf green already. Stop doing the previously on the quest thing. Go. Come on. Game Boy. Come on! There we go. Okay. There we go. And the 3DS. And my Switch is obviously already ready. And the reason, on that little slideshow of images, the reason why Sapphire is in Japanese is because my current copy of Sapphire is actually in Japanese, so... Alright. Alright, get everything all ready. I'll get everything into their designated safari zones. Alright, so we'll start with BSP, get it up there. So yeah, my target is Whiscash, and Shining Pearl is the only one I can do that in. And mainly because its flee rate is so unbelievably low that it's basically a super easy capture. Ah! Okay. I think it's... Do I need a good rod or a super rod? Let me have a look. Database, Great Marsh. Right, area 6. Super Rod. Okay, I need the Super Rod for this. Okay. So, Super Rod. Register. I don't need the Poke Radar anymore. I don't want to see that thing ever again. Why is my Game Boy running? These are freshly charged batteries. What is this doing? There's no way this Game Boy's power is already running low. These batteries have been in the charger for ages. This one, no. Take out these batteries. Take them out of my Wii Remote. They're definitely fresh batteries. Yeah, I don't think these batteries ended up charging properly. Yeah, they're kind of like rechargeable batteries, so there shouldn't be issues. Right. Things are putting in now, just ordinary batteries. I wish there was a charging port on this Game Boy. But nope. We're not allowed the charging port on this one. I mean, I guess it was technically Nintendo's first handheld, so they kind of get a pass there. The charging port didn't exactly happen until, like, one of the later Game Boy models. Alright. So this copy of Sapphire, it isn't actually my own save file, it's just there. Okay. Get the Kanto Safari Zone sorted. Safari balls. Okay, and now Ruby. Once I've got all of these sorted out, then we'll start the hunting. Alright. Now for the Johto Safari Zone. I've already gotten 2 shinies in this save file. So hopefully get lucky. Alright. Let's get started then, shall we? Okay. So it might take a little bit to get all the encounters in, but Okay. Okay. Oopsies. I just realized I probably should have actually had the Machop. Or the Machoke. Okay. Okay, Oddish. Rhyhorn. Girafarig. Rhyhorn and Rhydon. Oh, and Carvana. Just go here, and you need to be there. I need the no guard. Okay. Boop. Oops, I accidentally threw a ball at Oddish. Oopsies. It fled. Oh well. Okay. There's cash. So, Wobbuffet. I want to reclaim Wobbuffet. Last year I found a shiny Wobbuffet, but it fled, so that's a possible reclaim I want to try this year. Okay. It's already at 30. Okay. So they can easily take like a few dozen thousand encounters just to get what I need. Okay. Carvana, Gloom, Nidoran, Pikachu, another Nidoran, Tauros. Okay. Oops, I missed it. Okay. Okay. You kind of gotta like excuse like the gaps between encounters. It's literally just because I'm trying to do like 5 other devices at the same time. Okay. So the only shinies I have gotten was actually all of them were in Generation 4. I didn't get anything in any other games. I mean, yeah, I got the Wobbuffet in Gen 3, then it fled, so it doesn't exactly count. Okay. Pikachu, Parasect, Wobbuffet, Venonat, Tauros, and Carvanha. Okay. So Gloom, we just check. So Game Boy's got no light to it, so no. Okay. Don't know how long I'll be going at this for, but I think I'll probably try and go for at least a few thousand encounters. Okay. So Oddish, Male Nidoran, another Oddish, Rhyhorn, another Rhyhorn, and Carvanha. I think another thing, even if I wasn't afraid of showing my face, I don't exactly have another camera I could use anyway. Okay. No, okay. Well, the fun part will be charging all these devices for each next day. Okay, do the Tobin games. Kanto games. The Johto game. And the Sinnoh game. There we go. Right. Did I add to the thing? I think I did. Ah, no! Okay, check the Oddish. Nope. Okay, oops. Carvanha. Okay. No, looks like everything's a normal one. Okay. These ones. Okay. And this feels so dusty already. I haven't used most of these electronics in like a year, so... Already tired, okay. Okay. So yeah, the only encounters I got for Golbat, Nidorino, and Gyarados. Those were the 3 shinies I got last year. So hopefully I can get more than that this year. Okay. Already surpassed 100 encounters. Okay. Oh dear. Oops, too early. Too late now. Ah! Come on, I need to take this extra unlisted. There we go. Alright. Okay, another Gyarados, Oddish, Execute, Evaporig, Nidorino, Rhydon. I also realised I forgot to actually sort out yesterday's clip. Oh, no, not Pokeblocks. Already 120 encounters. It's not that much, but... Oh, come on! Okay. Not too early. Okay. Nope, nothing this time. Okay. Why these games taking so long just to get an encounter? Oh, the flipping DS keeps throwing me off. I keep thinking I'm finding a shiny, but nope. Nope, too early. So yeah, the only unfortunate thing about the BDSP Safari Zone, it has improved odds, like the modern shiny odds, but because the shiny charm basically does not exist properly in this game, it's not possible to have a game that has both the Safari Zone and a shiny charm. BDSP could have been the first to do that. I think 1 in 1,365 odds in the Safari Zone. That would have been really awesome. Oh yeah. Okay. Right again. So yeah, I think it's like just going for a couple of rounds. I'll just go for like 2 hours and still see how many encounters I can get in that time. Yeah, 2 hours a day. I think that works just fine. I mean, I've got 10 days to do it, so that's already at least 20 hours. I should be able to get something in that time. Okay. There's Cash, who is my target. Ooh. I've got a Scyther in one of my areas. Okay. That's good then. I've got one of the rarer ones. It's Fire Red, of course. So the only areas I'll have to worry about resetting will be the fire red, leaf green, Sapphire zones. Since I don't have... There's no acrobike in those gates, so I can't just cheese the step system. Okay. That's another one sorted. Almost at 200 encounters already. It's only been half an hour. Oh no, to get out. Oh, another Whiscash. Okay. I saw the pink and I thought I found something for a second. That's just an execute. Alright, giraffe egg. No, I don't want to throw any Pokeblocks at it. I don't even have any in this save file. Yeah, the only issue with the Pokeblocks in Gen 3, once you get a dead battery, it's basically impossible to grow them anymore. And last time I tried to replace a battery, I ended up fucking it up. I mean, the cartridge still works perfectly, but it's not exactly possible to connect the battery to it anymore. Which really stinks. Okay. Nope, okay. Okay. I wonder what it'd be like if I ended up finding a shiny Scyther. That'd be really painful if I didn't end up catching that. Because I know Scyther has a pretty low catch rate. So, hold on, I think I forgot to close the door. Hold on a second. Just get this. Okay, so the door was closed, but I didn't have the on-air sign up. Okay. I just hope one day I can get cards for my other device, at the very least for my Game Boy devices. Like, the way I think about doing that, just getting a bunch of analog pockets, I've got five, not five, 7 Game Boy games I could do this with. Got 2 copies of Ruby, 2 copies of Sapphire, 1 copy of Emerald, and 1 of the Leaf Fire Red and Leaf Green. Although not all of them have save files up to the Safari Zone yet. Emerald doesn't have anything yet. My English Sapphire doesn't have anything. Japanese Ruby doesn't have anything. Okay. Yeah, so I think obviously the 2-hour time per day will be how it would normally be. But then if one of my devices runs low on power, I'll probably call it early there as well, but if I've got a sufficient amount of battery, this should last a couple of hours. Oh no, I used this variable by accident, no! Yeah, broke out, not surprising. Run away, please. Okay. Okay. Oh, hello, Prodigy. Hello. Don't push yourself too much, alright? So, yeah, I'll either go for 2 hours, or depending on if one of my devices runs low on power or not. I think we should be able to go the full 2 hours today. And I was originally going to be doing 7 devices at once, but then my DSi decided, oh, I don't want to actually play games anymore. So we're only doing 6 copies. Yeah, it was working before I got it downstairs. And then as soon as I got it down, suddenly it didn't want to read any games anymore. Which, it sucks, because why now? As soon as I actually want to use it, it doesn't want to work. And I know it's not the games, because I tested the games on my other DSs and it worked just fine. The problem is the DSi itself. I get a constant error message whenever I boot up a game. So either I need to clean out the cartridge slot, or it's fucked. It's worked just fine in the past. Why all of a sudden, when I actually want to use it now, it doesn't want to work? At least I've still got 6 devices I can do this with. Yeah, maybe one day I could get some analog pockets and just stream all of my perspectives. Like all 7 screens with all of my Game Boy Advance Pokemon games. I could do that, and then possibly just avoid all the Gen 4 stuff. Okay. Ah, damn it! My reaction time is awful! Okay, so Wobbuffet, Whiscash, Male Nidoran, Natu, Execute, and Tauros. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think I'd probably enjoy doing more with Gen 3, just because for some reason Fire Red Leaf Green is just like way slower than the Hoenn games. I don't get it. Okay. Oh. Whiscash. So again, the only reason I'm like having Whiscash as my target of all Pokemon, its flea rate is only like 0.25%, I think. Compared to everything else, which is like a 20% chance. This thing has such a low catch rate, it's probably going to be the easiest thing to catch. Ah, come on. Okay. Do-do-do. Oh, what are you doing? No! Stop moving! Okay. Okay. Only 45 minutes, almost 300 encounters in. That's not too bad. Oops. No, I don't want to surf. I want the fishing encounters. Oops. Yeah, because there's no way that you cannot make me do the walking in the Great Marsh. Just because I constantly get stuck in the mud. Okay. Okay. Okay, blue. Oh, it's blue. I need to speak green. Yep. No backlight really does not help the Game Boy. Okay. Okay, giraffe egg, Dorino, another giraffe egg, female Nidoran, another female Nidoran, and a cover. Okay. Okay, nothing shown yet. While I'm here, before I do any more encounters, I'll have a look at all the encounters I got before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saved all of my previous encounters. Collection. Yeah, here we go. So we've been here a while. So last year, Shiny Gyarados, 6,275 encounters. Shiny Nidorino, 5,960 encounters. Shiny Golbat, 3,015 encounters. Shiny Wobbuffet, 3,030 encounters. All of them are a minimum of 3,000 encounters. We're gonna be here a while. We're basically already a tenth of the way there to my previous quickest record. Ugh. Okay. Do. Oh, okay. One of my games has run out of time in the Safari Zone. Go back in, I've got plenty of money. Crap, no I don't. How do I reset in this one? Is it... Okay. I basically had no money in my Fire Red. So, hold on. Hold on then. Okay. 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 Okay, nothing yet. Come on. There we go, finally. Another site then, okay. Oh, we've got a chatbot. Did Seribot take care of it already? I assume Seribot took care of it already. Yep. Seribot is the GOAT! Oh, no, this one's run out. Okay, this one's got plenty of money, so just keep going here. Okay, 336. Okay, so I'm thinking, like, with Safari Week, I think I'm only going to do this week, now that I really think about it, because... Yeah... Yeah. So just today, and then the weekend. Because there's other stuff I want to do throughout next week, so... So I'm probably not going to get much. I'm hoping for at least one shiny? Okay. See, we're almost at an hour. Gyarados. Natu, Nidoran, Oddish, Execute, and Greyhorn. Oh wait, no, this one's supposed to be this one. Okay. No, okay. Right. No, this one needs to be hopping. Okay. Nope. 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 Nope, okay. No shiny, move on. Actually kind of lucky that this Sapphire copy actually has a save file on it. There's nothing interesting on it, it just looks like someone barely just completed the game with Rayquaza and then just gave it away for some reason. I mean, maybe they did get some good stuff and they just sent it over to their own other games, but... So like £40 for 2 genuine Ruby and Sapphire copies? It's still a pretty good price. I think because, yeah, Japanese copies don't go for as much. So I think it'll make it easier when I try to get the Japanese version of Emerald. I don't know if I'll go for a Japanese Fire and Leaf Green, but at the very least, I'm definitely going to try for a Japanese Emerald. Come on! No, Joy-Con properly. Maybe that'll help. There we go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't expect to get anything until a minimum of 3,000 encounters. Just based on my last year's records. 3,030 being the quickest I got a shiny. I think, yeah, last time I only had like 5 devices, so maybe that's kind of the reason why it's taking a little bit longer this time, just because I've got an extra device to work with. I probably would have more, but DSI decided to kick the bucket. I've not even had it for that long. I think it's like, I've only had it for like 6 months. Sure, it was a second-hand one, but it was still pricey. I'll have to see if I can find the receipt and then see if I can get it swapped out for a different one. If the store I even bought it from even allows that. I think as long as I do have the receipt, I might be able to. I don't even know if I still have the receipt. If I don't have the receipt, I'm fucked. Just to put it bluntly. I'd have to buy another DSi because this one doesn't work anymore. I don't even know how long the warranty is. Is it like a 6-month warranty? Is it a year-long warranty? I mean, it's not the first time I bought a second-hand game console. Like, basically all of my consoles that are retro, Game Boy Advance, my DS, the DS Lite, the SP, DSi, all of them were second-hand consoles. And the DS Lite, I don't know how I managed to get it for such a cheap price, but I managed it. I think it was only like £14, which is ridiculously cheap for a whole console. I mean, sure, it didn't exactly have much to go with it. There was no like dust cover, there was no styluses, but it was a fully functioning DS Lite for only £14. And the only downside is a slight scratch, like scuff on the bottom screen, but that's nothing. Besides that, it's basically perfect. Nope. Okay. Oops, okay. I did not do the hopping, I should have done the hopping. No, okay, here you go. Oh dear. Wait, is it? Okay, I think my DS, the original one, might be running low on power. The red light just showed up, so I really hope it's not the case already. It's only been an hour. Okay. Again, sorry I couldn't exactly put all of my screens on the thing. I don't have any way to actually put them on there. They're all like unmodified systems, so I don't have any built-in capture cards or anything. Stop it with the red light. It's too soon for that. Okay. Alright. Because my DS is actually running low on power already, which is honestly not surprising. I've not used it for like 6 months. But since it's running low on power already, we'll get to 500 encounters and then we'll call it early. I didn't want to do this, but apparently if I could tell how much power this DS actually had, I would have charged it beforehand. Because it's such an old device, it doesn't actually show the power levels, just if it has power or not. Okay. Oh! Perfect timing! Gyarados, Wobbuffet, Execute, Oddish, Parasect, and Rhyhorn. So yeah, 500 encounters. And then we'll see how far we can get after that. Well, it'll depend on how long the battery lasts for the DS. Just makes me hope that the flipping shiny doesn't show up in Fire Red, because that'd be annoying. Okay, 450. So yeah, once we get to 500, or if the DS dies, that will mark the end of the stream. Again, I don't know how long it's going to last me though. Preferably I would have wanted to go through the whole Safari Loop, but then again, last year I didn't even go through the whole thing anyway. But I do want to keep going to, at the very least, get one shiny. Because that'll be enough for me. I mean, maybe tomorrow I might take one game out of the equation. Just because it's a bit more difficult to operate the Game Boy than the other devices. The other ones don't actually have to pick up, because they have a way to actually look at the screen directly. Okay. Gyarados again. I don't want to get a Gyarados. I already got a Gyarados. Same for Nidorino. I got that one already as well. Whiscash. I'd be very happy if I did find Whiscash. Okay, 468 encounters. So let's see how far I can get before the device dies. Okay. No. Okay, Wobbuffet. Scyther. Another Wobbuffet. Nidorina. Nidoran Male. And Carvana. Okay. Oops, I didn't get this one. Run. Get the encounter already. There we go. Gloom. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I could probably get 2 more sets in. Okay. Right, last set, and then we're going to call it a day. I wish we didn't have to call it a day early, but if the stupid DS would actually had some power, then we might have been able to go a bit longer. But I'll charge up for tomorrow. Oops. Hey. Oops. Wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the Game Boy, see what colour the gloom was. Okay. Alright then. Alright. Because this damn DS, we're having to end early. But hopefully, I can get it charged by the time we need to use it tomorrow. So, I'm going to call it a day for now, and tomorrow, we're back for even more Safari Week shiny hunting. And the day after that as well. Right, bye bye.